Hey, what's up? It's the normal player guy, and hey, so this video, so you would have noticed the tournament's over, and of course there are new awakenings for every like previous few tournaments, but also they're still keeping ahead with the Easy A's. Here are the four Easy A's. This is the second edition. Previously we had a few others, right? So we're going to be looking at these four now and see how they compare, because what we had, like, we had a Bardock, we had a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, just stuff like that. So yeah, so we'll have a quick look. So this will be the Super Saiyan Goku. So this is probably when he was in the hyperbolic time chamber. So let's have a look. So AGL Tech and Int is 3 key 80%. So the only reason he's good is if you still have quests to do. So yeah, so if you're a beginner player, right? So if you're fresh or somewhat there and you've done the tournament, you pull this guy, then yes. Worth mentioning that you could probably get enough copies now to rainbow this guy at the least, as well as LR Piccolo, because they seem to be on the missions every now and then. So don't worry about not pulling the Piccolo who was on the first batch, but you've also got like missions just to get him, so you're okay. So everyone's going to get them. All those times when we were struggling, not anymore. So he has 120% stats, fine, but you'll notice there's no key. So AGL Tech and Int, you get 2 key, 30% support. Okay, so that's pretty decent in himself. An additional 50% attack on super attack and a 30% chance to crit if there's a tech ally on the team. So, alright, fine. There's probably going to be quite a roster of people to do that. So you get an additional 50% attack when performing a super attack and a 30% chance of evading if there's an AGL type on the team. Alright, okay, cool. So you can get 100% extra attack, and you can have a 30% chance to crit on a 30% chance to dodge. So that's pretty great. What's his super attack effect? It builds for 6 turns. That's 3 rotations. You only get that 3 rotations. Additionals would help cut that down, especially with a crit chance actually somewhat in there. So let's have a look at his stats, because he has no key. So before we check out his links, let's see what he's rocking in at 55%. Oof, just shy of 8,000 is not a lot. Well, everyone's able to get like the 2 or 3 copies of him. So if we went to like 2 copies, 9,000. Rainbow, 9.7. So you should be able to get a couple of copies. It all depends on how far into the 30 million you're able to get, I'll be honest. But yeah, here are the medals to get as well. You need just over 30 million, and you need quite a lot of these. Now, to get these, you need the autograph signatures, and I think it's like 1-to-1. So you legitimately need like, what, 60, 100. So you would need 115 of these just to actually awaken just one unit. You get a whole bunch depending on how far up the rankings you get. So you might not be able to strictly awaken them all. That being said, so 120%, so it's not a lot, but then he's free to play. He is a decent support, and he seems he can put out some decent attack. So let's have a look then. So he does build up, of course. So let's check out his link. So we have Z Fighters, Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Shattering the Limit, Kamehameha, and Prepared for Battle. So let's see. So we got attack. That's at least 1 key. That's a nice little attack. Okay, so he has got Shattering the Limit and Prepared for Battle, so you can get 4 key. Golden Warrior, you can get 5. So there's plenty for attack links. Prepare for battle and shatter the limit, you can get 10% defense, but we'll take it because he doesn't have the greatest defensive stats in the world. Talking about attack, coming in at 55%. 10,500, buy a couple of dupes from your missions, 11,500, so that's not strictly so bad. Right, okay, so he's on like Android Cell, Saga, he's on Pure Saiyans, Goku Family, Super Saiyans, Bond of Friendship, Heavenly Events, Earthbred, Bond of Parent, Rapid Growth, Turtle School, Bond of Master, and Kamehameha. Right, so you're not going to rock him on like Android Cell, Saga, although legitimately maybe as a support you probably could do. And of course, you got stuff like Pure Saiyans, which you probably won't because it's quite well stacked, right? Goku Family the same, Super Saiyans are the same. Where you probably might see this guy's like Turtle School, Heavenly Events could be a good one, right? But yeah, so depending where you can fit this guy in, depending on the floater, because I mean, he works with both Super and Extreme, right? So again, Android Cell Saga, when you got AGL and Tech, there's probably someone in there. In fact, if we have a look at Android Cell Saga, who could you legitimately? Okay, right. So yeah, this guy you could also get some legitimate links with, right? Let's see, he's on the first batch of the EZA. So again, yeah, you could legitimately rock him. Let's see, yeah, you could support. I mean, okay, yeah, fine. Legitimately, you could put some runs in. Oh, there'd be an interesting support for these guys. Yeah, okay. Legitimately could be a great support for them, depending on how it works out. So let's see who they are going to be the top 10. So yeah, of course, yeah. So we see this guy. This particular unit, you're going to get Cell Saga, Bond of Master, Bond of Parent, Earthbreak Kamehameha, Goku family. So maybe you could legitimately use like a floating team. I mean, these seem to work fantastic together. I've not actually tested this guy out because I haven't had enough Awakening medals or autographs. But hey, maybe I should do him next, right? But you got like Golden Warrior, so you got plenty of key. You do have Prepare for Battle and Shattering the Limit, so you're not going to struggle for key in this particular sense. Sure, let's see, Android Cell Saga, Goku Family, right, Earthbred Fighters, Prepare for Battle, so Golden Warrior. So you're going to get 3 key. That's not so bad. One of the decent supports going as well. You know, you have Shattering the Limits, that's pretty decent as well. So yeah, that's not too bad at all. As for some of the others, okay, AGL chance, yeah, okay. Imagine rocking this guy, you can give him a great support, but at the same time, you know, you'll be able to rock that chance. So yeah, okay. So Android Cell Saga, you could legitimately get some decent ones out of it, right? Who else do we rock? So Bonaparte and Chard, yeah, okay. Heavenly Events. This is okay, yeah. So legitimately could get this guy who could be a great use for AGL. Tech, let's see. Yeah, he came around on the first batch, so yeah, sure. Again, this guy, he's pretty solid. Goku family supports, or at least they work together. So legitimately, you can make it work in terms of what these can do. So that's not a problem. But yeah, overall, that's not too bad. In terms of stats, remains to be seen. Are people actually going to go ahead and easy A this guy? Well, depends on how many of those autographs you get, or depends on how many medals. There's quite a few to go through because you won't have enough to go through every single one of them. So the first original batch, the first edition, you might just pick out somebody there. That being said, could be interesting, especially with as a floater with all this, right? Anyway, so let's have a look at the next ones. We have SDR Gohan. So SDR Gohan is currently, he was front and center of the World Tournament banner, right? So that's pretty interesting. So he's into SDR types, and that's 90%, so that's a little better. 3 key, 158%. Okay, so what's he rocking with? So coming in at 55%, that's really, really terrible. That needs to be better. I mean, coming in at 100% is 8.3. Now, if you pulled him on a few summons, sure, he wasn't in the missions, so the only way to get him would be from them, but oof, coming in at this is not fantastic. I mean, coming in with one dupe is a little better, but he's not fantastic. Okay, but anyway, he does have 3 key, 158% stats. He gets an additional 50% when facing 2 or more enemies, so he has use in like Super Battle Road. He has a 50% chance to launch an additional attack against 3 or more enemies, so definitely worthy against Super Battle Road. And you get additional attack up to 50 and defense up to with each super attack performed. Right, okay, so he is absolutely so it's at least it's high chance, so it's not like medium chance. So he hasn't strictly been shafted. His 12 key, 50% chance to stun. Okay, legitimately could be decent. He is based around Super Battle Road and the support because you know he's made for multiple people, made for 3 or more. You know each super attack performed, and you have additionals built in. Each one has a 50% chance to stun. That's pretty great. You could go dodge and additionals. The only way you go additionals is just to help build up his stats, but also just to see if you get a super attack, which has a 50% chance to stun. That being said, could actually go for dodge. All right, so let's have a look what he does. All in the Family, which is a very lovely defensive link, and they got Sane Lineage, same sort of deal, as well as Key, Cold Judgment, More, Revival, Shattering the Limit, and Power bestowed by God. Anywhere where you can get like Cold Judgment and All in the Family with saying like these 3, hell, even with these, that's a huge amount of defense and attack you're going to be getting. So Margin Buu Saga, Sibling Bonds, Earthbred, Defense of Justice, Hybrid, Goku's Family, Resurrected, Entrusted Will, Saviors, and Bond of Parent and Child. Yes, Saviors, Resurrected, Entrusted Will, Defenders of Justice could be Really, really great. You're not going to run them on the rest of all too well stacked. Who do they work well with? Okay, so only 3 links, but you legitimately can get 25% defense, a little bit of attack, and 2 key. So legitimately, you could actually run that. They're both also super STR, so that's pretty great. Ultimate Gohan, sure, All in the Family and Cold Judgment, you get 45% defense. Good God. Seriously, look at the teams, like Entrusted Will, Saviors, Defenders of Justice. I mean, this is legit. This is insane. He's not a support, but dude, I mean, if you get these chances and they do stun the enemy, Super Balero could look pretty great. Who else are we looking on in here, right? Pan, pretty interesting. All in the Family and Saiyan Lineage and the Key Link. Super STR. Okay, so Goku Family not looking the worst thing in the world, right? It is legitimately Goku Family slash Hybrid Saiyans, but he does have some pretty powerful links. So yeah, he might only come into the game with less than 7,000, but I mean, you get this, right? And then you also get 45% defense, and you're getting like what? That's 5% attack. You're not likely. You could get that. That is 15% attack, and so that's 20% attack with what 4 key. 20% attack, 45% defense, 4 key. That's pretty solid. So could be most curious. Perhaps I awaken this guy first. All right. So the next one we have now is physical Kaioken Goku. Is he? I mean, is he not? Is this the one like versus Great Ape Vegeta, or is this the one versus Turles or something? So AGL tech and physical types, 3 key, 80%. Interesting how like he's 90%, but the rest are all 80%. So 2 key, 159%. Why does he get like 1% more? Okay, well, 2 key, 159%. STR to rainbow. Okay, so he's a rainbow. Okay, that's fine. Additional 90% per rainbow. What? Additional 90. What? 90% to stats per rainbow key sphere obtained? And high chance of guarding all attacks with 3 or more. Wait. You get 90% to your stats with every rainbow key sphere obtained. Are you like are you like a nuker? And then you have a 50% chance to guard with 3 or more rainbow. I don't get that. Is that not like you get 90% of stats per, with the per rainbow? Dude, is that a typo? I don't know about that. Your super attack greatly raises attack with a 30% chance to stun. Dude, seriously, I mean, you can get a maximum of 5. Imagine if you had 5. That'd be insane. That We're talking like 400 odd percent attack and defense. What is it at 55%? Coming in at Christ, yeah, okay, really, really terrible. With one dupe, 7,000, nearly 13,000 attack. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how low this is. You're putting out like 450. What the hell? You're putting out like 400%. That's ridiculous. Well, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, it is what it is. Fine. Let's put out a ridiculous amount. 50% chance to guard. Needs to be at least 70%, but sure. Okay, this is the most curious one. So that greatly stacks attack. So you're greatly stacking attack. You have a ridiculous amount of power coming in this. The only cap is when even his attack's pretty great. Defensively, you're going to suck ass. Like, what's he got? All in the Family. Saiyan Lineage. So you're getting 25% defense, 30% defense, 35% defense. But again, look at the attack. You're getting 5% attack, so it's 15. Yeah, okay. So 15. So that's 20. It's 27% attack, like 30 odd percent defense. Plenty of key, over in the flash and shocking the speed and shattering the limits. Okay, so what we got? Saiyan Saga, Pure Saiyans, Goku Family, Kamehameha, Bond of Parent, All Out Struggle, Earthbred Battle, Fae, Final Trump, Power Wishes, Turtle School, Accelerated Battle, Full Power, Bond of Friendship. So Final Trump could be interesting, especially alongside the LR. Depends if you can actually use it with the LR, right? All Out Struggle could be great. Power Wishes, sure. Full Power could be interesting. Turtle School, a must. These two, an absolute must. Who do we rock with? Let's have a look. So, interesting. It's the god. Why do you rock this? Plenty of, so what is it, like Turtle School, Power of Wishes? That might be, that's interesting. This could be legitimately great. What do we got? Plenty. Or Power of Wishes, Full Power, Turtle, Earthbred, Accelerated. Sharing that defensive link, sharing some attack links, super physical as well. Could be legitimately great. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So it looks like Goku Family's the way to go. Earthbred Fighters, Accelerated Battle, and Battle of Fate is possibly the way to go. Maybe Full Power and Final Trump. I'm most curious to know how that is, because that is like a nuking effect. If you're getting 90% of your stats per Rainbow Key Sphere, yeah, okay, so what? You're going to get like one or two, so that's still like 180%. I mean, that's still pretty busted. But I mean, sure, yeah, okay, fine. I mean, it's just okay, and he's greatly stacking attack. I mean, dude, his attack stat's not the worst. It's not going to be too long before he gets anywhere. You have one dupe, you're close to 13,000 for a free to play unit with greatly stacks with this absurd nuking effect. It could legitimately be quite entertaining, quite a fun unit. Okay, right. Anyway, the final one anyway we have is a Namekian. So we have Demon King Piccolo. He's going to be good for a fair few teams. So it looks like all types, which is pretty good. So he has some use, 70%. So if he does indeed have this, perhaps it's worth just because, well, he's an all types lead, right? So 2 key, 150% stats. What does he come in the end of the game with? So he enters the game with the worst stats we've seen yet. Yeesh, nothing's coming in with this. Not too bad attack, fair enough health, but oof, yeah, okay. He does come in with at least 2 key, right? So all enemies minus 30% attack and defense. That's actually huge. No, seriously, if you're rocking Super Battle Road, even like monotypes, just by having this guy in rotation, to be able to passively lower their attack and defense by 30%, it's like what Shenrons do for the STR. You just nuke them into the ground, you're immune. Seriously, this could help out in Super Battle Road. So sworn enemies, you get all the allies get 40% attack in attack alone. Fine. When enemies hit by this character's super attack, you reduce damage received by that enemy by 30%. So not only is the enemy going to have a 30% debuff, so they're not going to hurt him too much. When you get hit, you also receive. You also when an enemy is hit by the character's super attack. Right, okay, so anyone's not going to hit you. Then you target one person. You're not going to take him out, but then you won't get taken out by that enemy. Okay, so it's very focused. So again, a floater could be great because every other rotation you can lower their attack. Then you can also just focus on one person, and even like type disadvantage won't bother you. Not in the strictest of sense. You get an additional 20% to stats with each attack received up to 100. Okay, so now we're talking. So that kind of makes sense. So if you use him as a floater, maybe in slot 2, depending on how lucky you are that you can build up, especially with like type neutral, right? Depending on what teams you can run him. If you can build that up quite a bit, because in Super Battle Road, you will take a good chunk of these hits. You'll take like 2, 3, hell, even 4 hits, and you only need 5, and you're lowering the attack. Legitimately has a lot of use. I think this is great. So he greatly raises attack and defense for the turn, and still further lowers the enemy's defense. All that does, it serves to at least hit them harder. You could go additionals purely just to maximize the 50% defense, because dude, again, he's not looking great, even at 100%. He's looking pretty terrible. But for the teams that he's on, for the fact that he can passively lower, he is given at least attack, which is nice for some people. So let's have a look. So Revival, Demonic Ways, Strength and Unity, Incredible Adventure, Gans of the Dragon Balls, Nightmare, Shattering the Limit. Who has Demonic Ways? So, okay, you're probably the best one on here. Okay, so Garlic Jr. It's Piccolo's. It's rather interesting that this unit has it, sure. Okay, so you're not strictly going to get Demonic Ways in there, really, are you? Strength and Unity is a rather weird one. Strength and Unity, okay, no, actually you would get it, because if you get it and you run it on the Namekians / Terrifying Conquerors, but more in Namekians, then yes. You'll have noticed that every single one of these, legitimately every single one of these is going to get an easy A because all of them come from the World Tournament banner, right? I'm pretty sure that's the case. Like, oh no, he's free to play. He's free to play. So, like, your tournament, your World Tournament, he is, and he is, right? So I'm not too sure about him. He could be, or of course you are. You're on the other, the SSR ticket one, right? So all of these are going to get easy A's at some point in time. And what does the link do? You're going to get what, 2 key at level 10 and 3% HP. Otherwise, you're going to. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, that's actually that's more because if you share this link, you're going to be getting 2 key, but also 6% because each one will trigger it, right? That could be pretty good. So in the future, this unit, those units, strength and unity, something to look out for. Okay, so you can legitimately run this because you got stuff like the new Piccolo's just come out, but I'm pretty sure you got like, is it like yeah, him. That's it. One of the best Namekians going just yet. And again, all the other Namekians who have a potential easy A in the future, right? So we're looking at DB Saga. Yeah. Namekians. Yes. Sworn Enemies. Yes. Gifted Warriors. Dragon Ball Seekers. Yes. Storied Figures. Worldwide Chaos. I mean, look at these teams. Resurrected DB, Namekian, Sworn Enemies, Gifted, Dragon Ball Seekers. Could be really, really great. Terrifying Conqueror, Super Battle Road, yeah. Again, all of this could be really great Sworn Enemies. So, again, not the greatest defense in the world, but if you can hide him and be able to pick on a certain enemy, could legitimately be quite nice. I like this unit. This unit has, for me, the most potential in terms of versatility. It's going to hugely buff all of these. I mean, we are going to have to wait until the rest get them. I don't know how many editions of Easy A batches we're going to be getting, but eventually Revival, Demonic Way, Strength, and Unity are going to be pretty good because they all work in, right? We have healing, we have attack and defense with key, and so we're going to get 2, 4, so we're going to have 6 key amongst these Piccolos, right? These Demon King Piccolos, as well as having like what 3% HP, and we're going to be getting what? So that's 15% attack and defense, and further HP healing, right? So it could legitimately be great, right? I mean, we're talking something great, but this is for the future. This is for the future.com. You want to put like a pin in it. But yeah, in terms of how you will actually get these links, so your only real choice is to go with DB Saga because DB Saga's got the Dragon Ball the OG Dragon Ball links, and you're only going to get it with again like Demon King Piccolo, this Demon King Piccolo. But again, you ain't running him. You're only going to run this guy. So again, well, I mean, yeah, okay, fine. So you click on this link, and you know what is it? So you get like extra attack. You get key and extra attack. So you know, what's for your key? Okay, fine. So yeah, okay, best linking partner is probably going to be the LR Demon King Piccolo. But at the same time, you can at least buff, right? Yeah, okay, fine. This Piccolo as well. You can legitimately at least buff a lot of the people, but it's just going to be a wonky unit up until then. That being said, yeah. So these are the 4 that we have. Let's have a look. So this particular Goku, I mean, he's a great support, no doubt. He does build up, so sure. I think the worst one going was probably this guy because I'm a bit curious as to how this works. Like this guy could be good because he's great against Super Battle Road. He has a 50% chance to stun. He has additionals built in. Could legitimately be great. And again, this guy passively lowers attack. Has you can pick on an enemy. You greatly raise, and he is a great setup for what things could look like in the future. Seriously, if the rest of these Demon King Piccolos, like this entire top row here, so what 1, 2, 3, health for sure, Kami is 4. Right, if they all have something of a kit like this, could be really really great. All right, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think if you must. But these are the 4. Now you're not going to be able to get them all. You'll probably get 1, maybe 2 for those who haven't yet. Maybe combine between the few tournaments you get them. But don't forget, at some point you'll have enough, depending on the mission, to get him done. And hell, you never know. You might be able to get some of these from missions on the next tournament. But anyway, yes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all the next time. Thank you, and bye bye.